Believe it or not, wrestling season is already upon us as the mats were door-to-door out at Western Christian for a season-opening tournament for some Siouxland squads. Out to Hull we go for the action. 10 Siouxland squads participating. We'll start out with a 100-pound weight class. Lexi Larrabee of Hinton finds her way to the back. That picks her up 3 points. She ended up placing second at the 100-pound weight class. Overtime in the 105 semifinals, Jocelyn Swanson wastes no part of the extra period. She gets the winning takedown right away, would end up winning the weight class. At 110, Adrena Bennett of Spirit Lake able to roll her opponent over not long after. Yeah, there's the referee slamming that mat for the pin, but it would be Annalise Sakow at 110 for Hinton. Here she is. I call this walking the block. You kind of roll your defender over on the walk to get him pinned. The Hinton Blackhawk would win at 110. Reese Logan here in a tough position. Look at how quickly she trades spots with her opponent. Logan would win by fall. She finished second at the 135 weight class. This is Eunice Reina Yak making quick work of the 140 class. The wrestler from MLC would pin her way through the entire tournament. At 145, Mercedes Lopez of BHRV sticks with it. Finally gets the takedown right here. You know what? She's going to end up getting a pin as well. She'd end up finishing second. Up to 155, Lamar's Karine Panya gains control and position on her opponent's back for three. She'd win this semifinal a 7-2 decision. In the other 155 semifinal, Marley Patet has the leg, drives her opponent down. Not long after comes the pin. Patet would end up winning the weight class, and we'll finish with 235. Brenda Valenzuela comes up with a one-leg takedown. She'd eventually win this match by fall, but it would be Kaylee DeYoung taking first place in the weight class. Valenzuela would finish second. Also, shout out to the Hinton Blackhawks. They're your team winners in this one with 5 individual champs.